right, class, do we have everyone here? Argentina, Brazil, Colombia, almost missed you there, El Salvador, Cuba, Ecuador. I think that's everybody. Let's get on this field trip, eh? Ah! What? Where'd you come from?
I've been here the whole time. My name is on the list, see?
Oh, yeah. You're the one that talks weird and drinks, yerba mate, huh?
Paraguay is probably the weirdest, most backwards Latin American country. And on top of that, women can balance 10 bottles on their heads. Anyway, Paraguay is one of the only 2 landlocked nations in South America, bordered by Bolivia, Argentina, and Brazil, and is the only country in the Americas to have never had a coast. Bolivia once had one, and they don't like to talk about it. Getting around in Paraguay is mostly concentrated within the areas east of the Paraguay River, which holds over 90% of the population. This area is called the Parañaña region. This whole area right here to the west is known as the Gran Chaco region, which also used to belong to Bolivia, but they don't like to talk about it. Anyway, for one, they have a really weird history and a really weird way of communicating.
Well, that's a bold claim. You sure you want to go there?
Yes. What makes a Paraguayan a Paraguayan? Well, most Paraguayans will probably tell you that the number one thing would be the Guarani language. Paraguay is officially a bilingual country with Spanish and Guarani, an indigenous native language, sharing equal status. It's like a backwards New Zealand. Imagine if the majority of people who weren't Maori were fluent in Maori and English was their second language. That's basically Paraguay. But how did it become this way? Well, long story incredibly short, Jesuit missionaries learned to share their religion and Spanish conquerors learned the language so that they could ally with the Guarani to fight against the Incans. Over time, children were born mestizo, but those Guarani mamas were really keen on teaching their kids their language. Plus, it was an acceptable language respected by the Spanish colonizers since it was used to help fight the enemy, and hence it was never really repressed. Today, most people are either bilingual or speak Yopara, which is like a mix between Guarani and Spanish, and who better to explain than an actual Paraguayan?
Mariam, lo único haetan debe, en mahe oga pejaron potita.
I'm sorry. Okay, so you know someone's Paraguayan when they say a few different phrases. In regular Spanish, mira esto, but a Paraguayan would say, mira un poco. And then in Guarani, they would say,
Ema en mina koa.
so most Latin American countries, they have like a word that kind of means anything like vaina, or like, oh, mira esta vaina. But in Paraguay, we have like the Guarani word for it, which is maena.
Ema en mina koa.
Traditional Paraguayan lace making is called ñatudi. Nyanduti. You see, she does this in real life. Nyanduti, which means spider web, and there's even a Nyanduti festival in July. And finally, technically, it is still legal to have gun duels to settle disputes as long as both parties are blood donors. Yeah, gun duels.